Throughout the ages and across ancient and modern civilizations, humanity has always strived for progress and modernization. There was an ancient legend shared by all the civilizations of the earth, long before the framework of life as we know it was formed. The legend spoke of a time when the fusion of all primordial elements would create a great black substance, radiant like a diamond, through which mankind could achieve all its evolutionary goals and ambitions. Yet, to this day, no one has discovered the secret or key to unlocking its potential. This legend was inscribed and passed down by all the great thinkers, etched into what was known by the ancients as the Rock of Worlds. This rock, adorned with strange symbols and inscriptions, possessed a mysterious power. It remained in its place for centuries, untouched by the passing of time, until a museum was built around it in the early 2000s. This museum is now known as the Museum of the Future. As the years went by, creativity and discovery continued to flow from humanity, both past and present. These ideas manifested as points of light, waves, and faint vibrations emerging from the minds of creators and thinkers at nightfall, just before they slipped into deep sleep. These points of light ascended into the sky to a place above the clouds where nothing but pure imagination and creativity existed. Over time, these lights merged, forming a massive radiant entity. For thousands of years, this light mass continued to grow, attracting all kinds of creative thoughts, both large and small, until it eventually took the shape of a colossal glowing halo. Like all light, it never stayed in one place, mastering the art of hiding, wandering from one location to another, unseen by anyone, as though it were in search of itself. Until one day, it drew closer to a specific location on the Arabian Peninsula, hovering above the skies of Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. And there, a powerful attraction took place. In Dubai, a magnificent structure known as the Museum of the Future stands tall, showcasing the pinnacle of human innovation. The curators of this museum are constantly seeking to incorporate the latest advancements in technology and progress. Inside this museum lies the Vault of Life, which houses all the essential elements and genetic codes of every living organism, animal and plant alike. It also contains the latest developments in artificial intelligence and robotics. As the light mass approached the museum's airspace, something remarkable happened. The materials and genetic codes stored within the museum's tubes began to vibrate, as if they were coming to life for the very first time. The vibrations intensified as the light mass drew nearer. The tubes cracked and eventually exploded, releasing their contents into the air. Robots, artificial intelligence reports, and innovative systems floated upward towards the sky above the Rock of Worlds, whose ancient symbols began to glow more intensely as the light mass approached, until suddenly the rock split apart and shattered. All the released elements began to merge into one, forming a new black substance, so dazzling in its brilliance that it captivated the eyes and minds of all who beheld it. The legend had come true. It was the Blaxces. From the ceiling of the museum, the shimmering mass of Blaxces ascended into the sky, moving towards the massive light above in a scene reminiscent of an eclipse, where two massive strange bodies aligned. In this moment of eerie silence, when time seemed to stand still, the two masses merged into a giant crystalline orb. The orb began to glow intensely, emitting a powerful light that rivaled the sun itself. A beautiful, melodious sound echoed across the world, as though it were a symphony of the greatest musical compositions. And from within that light, the legendary creature, Olie, emerged. With a slow, deliberate grace, Olie raised his head, stretched out his arms, spread his wings, and gently opened his eyes, as though seeing light for the very first time. From his aura, two kinds of energy radiated out. One a brilliant shining light, and the other a glossy black. These radiations spread across the globe, creating stunning elliptical shapes in intricate detail. The second, the gleaming black energy, was infused with colors intertwined with the Blaxces. After Olie's appearance and following the shattering of the Rock of Worlds, a time-space portal formed where the rock once stood. At the height of the Blaxces' presence, Olie descended into this portal. From the surrounding crystals, 3 small orbs materialized, each glowing in a different color, like miniature planets. And they positioned themselves at the edges of the gate. And then Olie vanished. Following Olie's disappearance into the portal, scientists and innovators at the Museum of the Future began to study the Blaxces and the elliptical shapes it left behind. They discovered a strong connection between the material and the physical and genetic development of life forms. By embedding the Blaxces crystal into the chest of a humanoid figure, they succeeded in creating the first iteration of the legendary being Olie, marking the dawn of a new evolutionary era.